Hi, and welcome to the second episode of the Plied Together podcast. My name is Annie, and I'm coming to you from Erie, Colorado, and these are all things that I forgot to mention in the first episode. I'm located in Erie, which is right in between Boulder and Denver, for those who aren't familiar with the area. So continuing on my Tour de Fleece journey, I finished up my Sari doesn't cut it loop bump. So I ended up using this as I think I thought about 342 yards, I want to say. So it's a pretty thick yarn, and it was spun as a low twist singles. And you can see it's a balanced yarn. I do like singles a lot. I know there's a lot of people out there who sort of don't like them so much, or they think that it's not like a truly balanced yarn or whatever, and I don't care. I really don't care so much. I just spin what I like to knit, and a lot of the times when I get something with really pretty self-striping colors like this one, like all of the loop bumps, you kind of run into that conundrum of how are you going to deal with the color? And my preference is almost always to preserve the colorways. However, I'm usually really stingy, so I don't like to, buy lots of the same color, which I mentioned last time, if I can help it. And I'm also not really good at Navajo plying. Well, let's say I can do it, but it's not my favorite. And it's not an enjoyable experience for me to keep, pulling the loop through the loop. And, the reason I spin is because it's fun and it's something I like to do. So I don't like doing that, and so that leaves me with either like two options. One is to two-ply, and then the other is to do singles. And I found that I just gravitate towards singles. As a knitter, I spent a long time knitting with singles yarn, because when I first started, Malabrigo merino worsted was one of my favorite yarns. So singles and I go a long way back. So, and I understand all the things about, it's not as durable and blah, blah, blah. I'm fine with that. That's okay. It might pill a little bit more. So what I did was I just, I did the hot soapy soak, and I used some eucalyptus, and then I had a setup of hot water and then really cold water, and just like hot tap water. And then so I just dunked from hot to cold to hot to cold, and I did that 3 times. And what that does is it just lightly folds it just a little bit. You can see the fibers are sticking together just a little bit, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want anything that was like super felted, just lightly fold, so that it would help give a little bit of strength to this yarn. So I'm very happy with this. I'm probably going to end up knitting, because I have 360-ish yards, I'll probably end up knitting maybe a small little shawlette. I really like the color changes, so I wanted something striped. Whenever I see something like with bold color changes, I always kind of immediately gravitate towards chevrons and chevron stripes. It just gives me like a kind of Missoni feel. It just feels right. So really excited to get to knit with this once my knitting schedule clears up a little bit. The other thing that I spun, I'm not really terribly happy with this, but I spun it, so I'll show you. This was spun from about 6 Rolags that I got in a fiber swap, and it was a blend of just black, pink, and purple fibers. And the content is actually mystery to both me and the person who gifted it to me. It was part of the Summer Fiber Artist and something. It's a group on Facebook. If you've ever looked on Facebook for fiber groups, at any point, you probably ran into this group. It's one of the largest ones on Facebook, and they did a summer swap this year, so I received a mini bat set of a gradient from light green to darker green, and then she also threw in these 6 or 7 Rolags, 5, 6, 7, something like that. It was 40 grams. So Rolags and I kind of have a strange history. I'm not really good at spinning Rolags, but the times that it just comes off the Rolag perfectly in this like vortex of woolen goodness, at that point it always feels like this is like the best spinning experience ever. But then when I get to those parts where like it just didn't draft right, and then there's like this chunk of circle that just kind of fell off and it bloops, then I'm sort of like kind of hating life at that moment, and I'm like, oh god, why am I doing this? But so I think it's partly inexperience. Maybe I need to, I don't usually pre-draft very much, so maybe it's just a matter of I should pre-draft Rolags. I'm not sure, but this was only my second Rolag spin, so I'm not terribly surprised that it's very uneven. And then what I ended up spinning was one I did not show you. So this was Malabrigo Nube, and this is in the color Solis. I'm not sure how you say it, but there you go. So it's this really great mix of, you know, blues and greens. And this is only half of the braid I'm showing you, because the other half is at my little spinning chair right now. And my goal with this is just to get as much yardage as possible as a 2-ply. So I've spun Nube before, and I know that I can get about 500, 450-ish. I think I got 530-ish yards, something around that ballpark, as a singles. So this time I'm trying to go finer and spin really fine singles. Not really. I hope I can show you. Yeah. Anyway, so this is obviously going to take a little bit longer than my other spins, but you know, I just I kind of gravitated towards this color right now because like I mentioned before, my color wheel is usually jewel tones and dark things. I really like that. So I don't actually have so many choices when it comes to kind of summery looking things. So when I saw this, I was like, this is probably as summery as it gets for me. So it kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know, the ocean and kelp and things like that. It's not like 100% ocean, but a little bit tropical. Kind of like those little parrots and stuff. So anyways, I'm not usually so into green, but I do like this mix of blues and greens. So kind of excited about that. And then I guess just to finish up, the things that I didn't mention last time were the two other groups that I'm spinning for in this year's Tour de France. No, Tour de Fleece. It's one is the Team Alcat Designs, which I mentioned. The other one is Team Classy Squid Fiber Co. And if you've never heard of Classy Squid, she's got a shop on Etsy, and it's just amazing. I really, really like it. Oh, sure, why not? Let's do another hang on. Let me show you something. I'll be right back. Dun, dun, dun. So, just checking my phone camera. This is the Briochealicious shawl by Andrea Mowry, and it's a paper pattern on Ravelry. I think it's Oh, and I guess I should show you the other side. You know, brioche is reversible. One side has one color dominance, the other has the other. And it's a really great beginner shawl if you've never done brioche either. Pretty simple, but it's got very dramatic, beautiful effect. And I really like the shawl. I'm actually wearing it. The side I don't like so much. So I like the side where the white is popping through. Anyways, the reason I went and got this shawl, and you'll see that I really like shawls a lot, is because you see the striped brioche color, the CC, that one was from an art bat by Classy Squid Co. The orange and blues and greens over here. It was called Fishbowl. Yeah, it's a one-of-a-kind bat, so unfortunately you can't get this one, but she's got lots of other equally amazing, beautiful bats on there, and the nice thing is she'll kind of write down if it's what you can expect. So is this meant to be a textured art bat, or is this a smooth gradient, or like just a smooth draw? So basically lumpy, bumpy, or smooth, and I really like that because sometimes you can't really tell so much from the photo, so I really like it. This was mostly all hand spun. The only other thing is in the white section that I carried along one strand of hedgehog fibers, skinny singles in Genie, and I really liked the effect of it. I thought that kind of the little pops of color would tie in well with, you know, the more vibrant art bat and make it a little bit more cohesive. So, but anyways, yeah, I just wanted to show you this because this was one of my first projects that I actually finished with Classy Squid Co. It was my first art bat that I spun, and I liked it so much that, you know, I bought more Classy Squid, and I asked her if she was going to do a team this year, and a couple other people had asked her as well, so she did. It's the first year she's doing it, and when I was going through my stash yesterday to show you guys what I might spin, I realized I have a severe shortage of Classy Squid right now. So I went and placed an order for I placed an order for 2 4-ounce gradient bats in the inspired colorway, and that's made to order. So she actually asked me if I just wanted to make it into like a one giant 8-ounce bat because she can fit that on her drum carder. And she actually has the same drum carder as me, except hers is motorized. So that's a Fancy Kitty Little Tom XL. So that did, finding out that that was the one she used, and, you know, watching YouTube videos and stuff was part of the factor in me picking mine because, you know, I'm a little copycat. But I knew that I loved the bats that she made, and I was like, well, if she's making it on this, then I can make, you know, really awesome bats too, right? But it's not quite that simple. But oh well. Anyways, so I will be spinning some Classy Squid in the second half of the Tour de Fleece as soon as I get it, probably. I also got 8 ounces of Rolags from her, and that'll be interesting because I really like the colorway. It's called Birch, and it's like white with like little hits of browns and other things that just, it basically just looks like a birch trunk. So birch tree trunk. So I'm really excited about that, but I hope that I can actually make it into a pretty yarn because, as you saw, I'm pretty crap with Rolags, so we'll see. And then the last team that I'm spinning for is just a casual group. It's called Team Reddit. So anyone who's a Redditor and also spins is welcome to join. I don't think there's any requirements really. So like, if you want to join, just join. It was kind of funny because I found that one of the people that I know on Ravelry, you know, we keep bumping into each other. So I've done a test knit for her, and we've done test knits for other people together. We've done sample knits for other designers together. So I've just run into her a lot. And I saw that she was there as a member of the team Reddit. So I was like, oh, that's really cool. So usually I get really stocky, so I try to find out, you know, oh, what's your Reddit name or something. But this time I'm going to try to be a little bit less creepy and just spin along with her and have a good time. So I'm going to get back to the wheel. I just wanted to give you a quick update on how my day one progress went, and there's still a lot of spinning hours left in the day. It's a Saturday. My husband is at his parents' house right now, and he took the dogs actually, so I've got quite a few hours of spinning that I could do. So I hope to fill up this bobbin, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, thank you for watching. Yeah, I guess, you know, I don't want to say this too many times because I feel like I said it so much, but, you know, I am, like, really, really excited to do this podcast. I'm also crazy, nervous, shy, and embarrassed about the whole thing. And, yeah, if you're watching, take pity on me. Please excuse my many mistakes, and, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh, actually, one more thing. I'm not sure that I'm going to do this every day because I don't know. I felt like maybe it's a little bit of overkill, so I don't know, I guess. Like right now, obviously no one's really watching, but you know, if you do watch this later and you find it and Tour de Fleece is still going on, let me know if you think, you know, every day is kind of too crazy. I was thinking maybe I would podcast kind of as it goes along. So as I finish a project and I have something to show you, like this one, maybe at that point I will podcast. But if I haven't really made any progress, then I might skip a day and just see you guys another time. Skip a day or two or three, because this one is going to take me some time. Anyways, yes, clearly I've made a lot of progress in reducing the amount of times I say anyways. My bad. So, yeah, I'm pretty terrible at introductions, and I'm pretty terrible at saying goodbye too. So I'm going to just say goodbye again one more time. Thanks again.